He Yan was taken aback when Xiao Jue arrived just in time to rescue her in the moment of crisis. Although Xiao Jue appeared cold and unyielding on the outside, in truth, he was someone soft-hearted when it came to love. Once he discovered that He Yan also had feelings for him, he let go of his grudges and forgave her, immediately rushing to Runzhou. At the very moment He Yan needed help, he appeared in time. Just a single glance from him was enough to make Chu Jiao feel the sharp threat of a love rival. At that time, Runzhou had already been crushed by the Wutuo army, leaving the city without the strength to resist. Their forces were weak, and worse still, they lacked enough weapons to fight back. To turn the tide, He Yan resorted to the strategy of borrowing arrows with straw boats, crafting a series of decoys to draw the enemy's attention. The Wutuo army unleashed a storm of arrows upon them, but as a result, Runzhou managed to collect a massive stockpile of arrows. Using those very arrows against the enemy, He Yan showed her brilliance in military strategy, able to transform disadvantages into advantages even in such dire circumstances. With weapons finally in hand, she led the soldiers in preparation for a counterattack, and even the women and children of the city stood up to contribute. At that exact moment, Xiao Jue arrived with reinforcements. The two of them fought side by side in perfect coordination, sweeping across the battlefield. With the tens of thousands of arrows they had just obtained, their momentum grew unstoppable, and they ultimately claimed a resounding victory. In this battle, Chu Jiao also played an important role as a strategist, offering valuable tactics. His contributions were recognized by all the soldiers and commanders. Though he was but a man sustained by illusions, through this ordeal, He Yan realized he was not truly a villain, and even considered winning him over as an ally. Even though Xiao Jue and Chu Jiao were rivals in love, Xiao Jue had to admit that He Yan was right. Placing the greater good above personal grudges, Xiao Jue set aside his resentment and agreed to her suggestion. Yet He Yan did not realize that her trust in Chu Jiao would one day come at a heavy price. After the victory at Runzhou, He Ruofei was furious that all his carefully laid traps had been foiled, allowing He Yan to prevail unharmed. He once again racked his brain to devise new schemes against her. The triumph at Runzhou not only brought great military honors to He Yan and Xiao Jue, but also earned Chu Jiao a promotion to Assistant Minister of the Ministry of War, 4th rank. Soon after, all of them entered the capital to meet the emperor and receive their rewards. Pleased with himself, Chu Jiao proudly held his head high. He could finally place his mother's memorial tablet in the ancestral hall, fulfilling his long-cherished wish.